Hello, Cypress. I'm Andrea with the Andrea Curran Team Compass, and I'm here today with my very favorite chiropractor on earth. This is Dr. Paul Willmon with Fairfield Chiropractic, right here on Mueschke Rd at Shill. We're just so thrilled to be here today and to introduce you to anyone in the community who might not already know you. Tell us about the history of your office in this neighborhood.
Sure. First, Andrea, thank you for having me on. I enjoy watching your episodes. We've been here since 2005. We started off on Mason Road. We're there for 10 years, 2015, and we just really outgrew the space. Fairfield's always been super supportive of our office, and we love working here.
Chiropractic here is a little bit different from traditional medicine. Could you share more about that with our viewers?
Sure. So chiropractic takes a more holistic or natural view in the idea of movement and movement creating health. So what our goal always is to try and take our patients and increase movement. Oftentimes we are trying to modify so that they can stay active or get them active.
For anyone watching who's never had an adjustment, there may be some misconceptions that you're just like the equivalent of popping knuckles. What is an adjustment like?
So an adjustment is really, it's just a movement of the joint. It's just getting movement back into it where it's been locked up so it's not moving the way it should. And so you may hear a little popping. That's actually a release of pressure out of the joint. It's like opening up a Coke can or champagne bottle. For a lot of people it's scary, especially in the neck because it's so loud right next to the ears, and that's what really scares my patients most of all. Probably the number one misconception is that it hurts. And what I tell people is it normally doesn't hurt. It's startling. Like we talked about with the neck, it can scare you and it can be startling. We try and work those muscles to relax them, to enable the adjustment, and then it becomes more beneficial than painful. If somebody's never been to a chiropractor, oftentimes we won't adjust the first few visits on the neck especially, just to build up a little bit of trust so that they know when the time comes, if we're not able to correct the problem just with muscle work, if we do need to adjust it, they trust me enough to do that. As you know, it can be a little scary, especially that first time.
Now, I know my family and I have come in from everything from vertigo to headaches to sports injuries. What are some reasons a patient may want to make an appointment?
Sure. So we're probably best known for our low back issue treatment, as well as neck pain and then headaches. So those are probably the best things, but I treat for hips, shoulders, knees. If there's a joint in there, then I can do some work on it, as well as most muscles.
Dr. Willmon, I know that the community here in Cypress has been thrilled to have you here. What would you say is your favorite thing about owning a small business here in Cypress?
I think my favorite part is just the community, right? So it's a small community, and even though it looks pretty expansive if you look at a map, it's viewed more as a small town. It sees itself as a small town and very supportive of the people in the community, and I really appreciate that. I grew up in a small town, and it reminds me of that same thing, even though we live in the greater Houston area.
Cypress, if you're considering chiropractic care, I would encourage you to reach out to Dr. Paul Willmon at Fairfield Chiropractic, right here at the intersection of Mueschke and Shill.